For you, having been there and done that,
Right.
how much can you lend to a team that, other than Steve, when he really wasn't much of a factor, as he admitted at Indiana State, hasn't had this kind of big stage experience?
Well, I just think trying to keep these guys grounded, try to keep these guys focused in on those things that we do. And there's so much media attention. There's so many people that are excited, and it's easy to get caught up in that. And we should enjoy the moment, but we do have to get back to business. And I think once the guys get on the plane, we get over to Buffalo, and we start doing all of the media things that we're supposed to do. It's just a matter of making sure these guys are ready to play basketball on Thursday.
What have you learned about Villanova in the last 24 hours, and what really stands out and concerns you the most?
Wow, and when you watch them, they're kind of set up like a mid-major team as far as the four guards that they play, and they really attack you. But they're very talented. They can shoot the ball very well. They've got a really nice big man inside that can block shots. I think if I looked at any team in our league, they're a combination of Green Bay and Cleveland on how they can block shots. They're so athletic, and they really attack you.
Rob, I'm sorry.
First 24 hours after the announcement, what is that like for a coach between scouting, all the other obligations you have to deal with in the NCAA?
It's pretty busy right now. It's really trying to break down film, trying to get our staff, everyone on the same page, and now with practice, trying to get these guys a clear game plan so they can get ready to play.
Rob, would you or could you tap into Marquette and Buzz Williams, maybe some of their assistants, for their knowledge of Nova from the Big East?
Well, there's usually those unwritten rules that you don't share information between your teams in your league. So I think for us, there's so much information out there. There's so many games to watch that we'll definitely watch film, and I think we'll have a pretty good handle on Villanova by the time we play Thursday.
Speaking of Marquette, usually they're the ones who represent the city of Milwaukee in the NCAA
Right.
tournament. How does it feel that it's your guys' turn?
Well, we're very proud. We're very proud of the fact that we've been able to accomplish this, especially with this group. From the beginning, I really thought this team had the potential to be where we are right now. It was just a matter of trying to get them all together, getting them to buy in. And our start was a lot better than I thought it would be. At the end of the season, I was a little, I guess, not disappointed, but I thought we would finish the season a lot better than we did, but without our best player, that's how it happened. I'm just so happy that we had a second chance and they made the most of it.
How much are they enjoying the spotlight these last few days?
They really are enjoying it. Now that all the media and the selection show and all that is really starting to hit them, now they really understand the importance of the moment and how everyone is really excited and what they represent. They not only represent themselves, but the city and the university. So it's really starting to settle in, and now it's time to now that we know we're playing Villanova, now it's time to get ready and get a game plan together.
How much do you think about a 15 seed and a 2 seed and how rare it is for the 15 to upset the 2 seed?
Well, I've done some research. There's been quite a few 15 seeds that have upset the 2 seeds. But I think that's all good talk. That's good hype of a game. It's still basketball. It's still 94 feet, 10 feet high hoops, and it's just a matter of matchups. Can we match up with Villanova's quickness on the perimeter? That's what's going to be. That's going to be able to tell if we can handle them.
Rob, when your guys could have folded, it was, you came together in a way that obviously people will talk about for a lot of years, I think. Is it almost with these kids an us against the world mentality? That's what we sense, that they're ready to show they can do it.
Yeah, a little bit of that. We've been beat up for a few years now, and I'm not quite sure if people really have understood the things that this program and some of these kids have accomplished. When you take a look at the last 4 years, they've been pretty consistently good. Now you're talking about 2 championships. You're talking about 3 postseason tournaments. That's not shabby accomplishments. I think everyone remembers last season. Okay, it happened. The good news is that the same guys that were on that team last year, some of them are on this team. And what that means is these guys grew up, they learned, and we stuck together. And that's what people behind the scenes don't see. They don't see how, as a group, we're a family and that we learned our lessons. We were very surprised about last year, but we didn't let that bring us down and define who we are. We just got to work this summer and got ready for this year. And as a result, we played much better basketball.
So can something like this be a springboard for years to come?
Yeah, it's about consistency. We're building a program here. We take a lot of pride in that. So do our fans, and we're headed in the right direction. And I like where we are. I like the senior group. It's going to be tough to replace them, but we have some guys in the program that are ready to step in just add a few more pieces, and we can be competitive again.
Yesterday you said you might talk to Bo again.
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to do that?
I haven't yet, and I know he's busy just like I'm busy, but tonight I'm sure I'll call him. With all the selection shows and trying to gather tape and put together a game plan, I know how he gets. I work for him, so give him a little bit of space. Let him have a few Diet Pepsis there to kind of get him going, and then I'll give him a call.
But you know how proud he is of you.
Yeah.
That's got to be satisfying with the relationship you have, almost like father-son.
It is, and I think, like I said, the best compliment is to put my team in the best position to have success. And when he sees that we're successful, I know he's very happy and very proud of that. And I'm very proud to represent him and everyone else that's helped myself along the way.
Rob, you said you know how he gets. How does he get? This time of year.
Well, I'm trying to see if I can describe him in a way that's. No, I mean he's his attention to detail is so obvious. I mean, he just really demands that. Okay, let's move to the next thing. Let's make sure we're ready. That I think as an assistant, you wonder if he's really enjoying the moment, and he really is. But he's so competitive that he enjoys breaking down the next opponent and making sure his teams are competitive. And like I've said before, I think the best thing about coach is that the relationships he develops with his players, but more importantly, how he has a plan and he believes wholeheartedly in that plan, and you can see his team does too. That's why they play so consistently well.
What would your assistant say about you right now during tournament time, do you think?
I don't know. He probably said I'm a nice guy and how they enjoy working for me. I would hope. I hope they would say a lot of the same things. And it's really about staying the course. And what we do, there's so many eyes on it, and there's so many second guessers and so many people that have an opinion about what we do. And it's public. It's right out in front of you. And the best thing for us is not to worry about those things, but really make sure that as a group, as a family, that we stick together and that we believe in what we're doing. And that's what's happened with us. And we built this program. We've been here for a while. Every person, every staff member on my team is, I either coach them or I work alongside of them. So we're a very tight family.
Rob, I was curious about motivational tactics. Is that something you believe in? Would you show something like a Hoosiers movie or upsets from years past, anything like that?
I'm not really big in the rah-rah. I mean, I just think that that's not what's ultimately going to get you to win the game. I really think that you have to be really, really strong in your foundation and your core of what you believe in. That's what's going to, when the bullets are flying or when the game is playing and it's an adversity it hits, it's not going to be that speech that motivates you. It's going to be falling back on all the things that you believe in. Your defensive principles, your offensive principles. To me, that's what's going to get you through those times. Now, is it fun? Is it something to kind of get you fired up a little bit? Yeah, I watch some certain movies that kind of get me going, but really it's your beliefs that help you through the tough times and you're staying the course. So that's what we're going to reinforce with these guys.
What about old Rob Jeter highlights?
Well, I don't know if these guys would appreciate the shorts I used to wear. Well, now everything is starting to get smaller and tighter. But my shorts hit right where the pocket, the inside of your pocket line stop. That's where mine hit. Now they're just coming above the knee. I don't know if they appreciate that.
So let's fast forward to Thursday. How tough is it going to be for you guys to wait all day to finally tip off?
We played, I don't know, 3 games in a tournament at 8:30, so that's nothing new to us. For us being the lower seeded team, we get a chance to watch some upsets. We get a chance to see some of the teams that were supposed to win, and we're just going to enjoy it and take it in. And I've been on the other end. I think when you're the higher seeded team, you'd much rather play earlier so that you can get that out of the way. But for us being the lower seeded team, it really doesn't matter. Being playing at 8:30 probably can be better for us.
The pressure's on them, right? I mean,
well, I would think so. We just have to go out and have some fun and play.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Rob.
thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sides
Yeah.
of the bracket when we see a All-Wisconsin national championship.
Wouldn't that be nice? That would be something. I'm not sure where Tony Bennett and where Saul Phillips are, but when you look at those 4 programs, all have connections to Bo, it'd be pretty special. We all could meet at one place, maybe in the Final Four. That would be neat. I don't know if that could happen, but it's always fun to dream, right?
thanks,
Thanks.
Rob. Good luck.